The history of rock is filled with songs that didn't just make the system uncomfortable, but were actively silenced. Lyrics considered immoral, dangerous, or subversive led to radio bans, official blacklists, and even government scrutiny. In many cases, these songs became massive hits precisely because of the controversy surrounding them. However, for their creators, that success was both monumental and final. Today, we explore 14 one-hit rock songs that were banned for their lyrics and permanently marked their bans. The Kingsmen, Louie Louie. When the Kingsmen released Louie Louie in 1963, they never imagined that a rough, chaotic recording would change rock history. The poorly enunciated vocals and raw sound made the lyrics almost impossible to understand. Ironically, that lack of clarity was exactly what triggered alarm among parents and authorities. Soon, rumors began spreading that the song contained hidden sexual obscenities. What started as music quickly turned into suspicion. Public pressure pushed many radio stations to ban the song outright. The scandal escalated to an unbelievable level when the FBI launched a formal investigation. For more than 2 years, federal agents analyzed the recording word by word. They never found any actual obscene content. Still, the case became one of the most absurd investigations in music history. Fear had clearly overtaken logic. The ban didn't stop the song's popularity. Instead, it turned Louie Louie into a symbol of teenage rebellion. Every restriction only reinforced its reputation as a dangerous song. Young listeners embraced it as an act of cultural defiance. Rock proved it could survive even under persecution. But that victory came at a cost. The Kingsmen became permanently trapped by their own success. The Knack, My Sharona. My Sharona exploded onto the scene in 1979 like a sonic bomb. Its infectious riff dominated radio and sales charts within weeks. However, beneath its energetic sound lay lyrics that quickly raised concerns. Critics soon accused the song of explicit sexual content. The controversy was inevitable. The main issue was the interpretation that the lyrics sexualized a minor. Although the band denied any malicious intent, the damage was done. Several radio stations began limiting its airplay. Over time, some banned it entirely. The song shifted from summer hit to cultural controversy. For years, My Sharona became the subject of public debate. What once sounded provocative in the late 1970s later felt unacceptable to many listeners. Censorship didn't arrive instantly, but it was progressive. The song slowly vanished from playlists and programming. Cultural context reshaped its legacy. For the Knack, the impact was devastating. They never managed to replicate the success of their debut. Their image became permanently tied to that single song. Every subsequent release was compared to My Sharona and fell short. The public had already decided their place in history. Today, My Sharona is still recognized, but also heavily questioned. It's remembered as much for its riff as for its controversy. It represents how lyrics can age poorly and drag an entire band down with them. One hit was enough to take them to the top. And just as easily, to lock them there forever. The Vapors, Turning Japanese. When Turning Japanese was released in 1980, it initially sounded like a harmless new wave track. Its upbeat rhythm clashed with the interpretations that quickly emerged. Many critics claimed it contained hidden sexual references. The controversy grew faster than the band could respond. Beyond the sexual accusations, cultural criticism followed. Some radio stations deemed the lyrics offensive due to perceived stereotypes. This led to restrictions in several countries. the song quietly disappeared from certain playlists. Success became uncomfortable. The Vapors repeatedly denied those interpretations.
Nothing else to do. Oh, it's in color. Your hair is brown.
They insisted the lyrics described anxiety and obsession. But public perception had already solidified. Censorship didn't require proof, only suspicion. Once again, meaning was imposed from the outside. The band never escaped the controversy. Turning Japanese became their only major hit. Everything that followed went largely unnoticed. The song became an inescapable label.
As well, you got me turning up and turning down, I'm turning in, I'm turning right, I'm turning Japanese, I think I'm...
Their career was reduced to a single moment. Today, the song still sparks debate. Some defend it as misunderstood, others see it as a product of its time. What no one disputes is its cultural impact. It was a massive hit, partially banned and career-defining. A perfect example of how lyrics can destroy future potential.
Take a picture, so I can look at you from inside as well. You got me turning up and turning down, I'm turning in, I'm turning...
Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax. When Relax appeared in 1983, its impact was immediate and explosive. Beneath its danceable sound lay lyrics filled with unmistakable sexual innuendo. The BBC quickly banned the song, declaring it explicit and immoral. The censorship was public and uncompromising. The message was clear: this song should not be played. Instead of disappearing, the band produced the opposite effect. The public actively sought it out. Sales skyrocketed while radio stations debated lifting the restriction. The song became a symbol of provocation. Scandal made it irresistible. Frankie Goes to Hollywood became defined by that moment. Although they tried to replicate the success, no other song reached the same cultural impact. Relax eclipsed everything else. The band became trapped in its own controversy. One hit was enough to define their legacy. The lyrics, widely interpreted as a direct sexual invitation, were too much for conservative moral standards. Fear outweighed artistic analysis. Nuance was never considered. Only outrage mattered. Today, Relax is remembered as a band classic. Its story shows how censorship can turn a song into myth. Frankie Goes to Hollywood reached the top instantly, and never returned.
Tainted Love became an unexpected hit in the early 1980s. Its electronic sound contrasted sharply with its emotionally uncomfortable lyrics. The song addressed dependency, exhaustion, and toxic relationships. Many radio stations found the message too bleak. Quiet bans followed. Some stations limited its airplay for being too depressing. It didn't fit the idea of light pop entertainment.
I can't sleep at night.
Yet audiences connected deeply with it. The emotional pain felt authentic. That honesty made it unforgettable. Soft Cell never managed to repeat that success. While they continued releasing music, the public remembered only Tainted Love. The song became their complete identity. Everything else faded away. Censorship wasn't total, but persistent. Programmers avoided it due to its emotional weight. The lyrics addressed feelings no one wanted to confront. Electronic rock could be unsettling, and that made people uncomfortable. Over time, Tainted Love was reevaluated. Today it's seen as ahead of its time. But for Soft Cell, the damage was already done. One hit immortalized them and confined them.
Nina, 99 Luftballons. During the Cold War, 99 Luftballons sounded like a warning disguised as a pop song. Its lyrics described a military misunderstanding leading to total destruction. It was an instant hit in Europe. In the United States, it caused concern. The message felt dangerously political. Several American radio stations chose to ban it. They feared its anti-military tone could be harmful. The song questioned the logic of warfare. During nuclear tension, that was unacceptable. The censorship was preemptive. Nina became a global phenomenon through this track. However, outside Germany, she never repeated that success. The public associated her solely with 99 Luftballons. Her international career ended there. The lyrics were viewed as an uncomfortable critique of military power. They didn't attack directly, but exposed absurdity. That alone provoked rejection. Rock didn't need to shout to disturb. It just needed to tell a story. Today, 99 Luftballons is considered prophetic. Its ban only increased its relevance. But for Nina, the cost was permanent. One hit defined her global legacy. Norman Greenbaum, Spirit in the Sky. Spirit in the Sky blended rock with religious imagery in an unconventional way. Its lyrics referenced salvation but through an ambiguous lens. Some religious institutions found it disrespectful. Several radio stations banned it. The message didn't align with doctrine. Ironically, Norman Greenbaum himself was not deeply religious. That fueled the controversy further. The song was seen as irreverent appropriation. Media debate followed quickly. Selective censorship took hold. Despite this, the song became a massive hit. It appeared in films, events, and broadcasts. Yet Greenbaum never came close to repeating that success. His name became inseparable from that track alone. The bans weren't universal, but they mattered. In certain regions, the song vanished entirely. Fear of offense outweighed artistic merit. Once again, lyrics sealed fate. Today, the song is an undeniable classic. Its history shows that even spiritual themes can be censored. Norman Greenbaum created an eternal hit. And nothing more. Dead or alive, you spin me round. When You Spin Me Round hit radio, its sound was irresistible. However, its imagery and lyrics quickly triggered backlash in conservative circles. The song's sexual ambiguity was seen as provocation. Some stations chose to ban it. Scandal followed success. The lyrics expressed desire without clear definitions. That alone unsettled programmers. Censorship was moral rather than musical. The problem wasn't the beat. It was what it represented. Dead or Alive became defined by that song. Although they released more music, nothing matched its impact. You Spin Me Round became their sole global legacy. Everything else was overshadowed. The bans weren't official mandates, but quiet decisions. Stations simply refused to play it. Silence can be censorship too. And in this case, it worked. Today, the song is an 80s icon. Its story reflects how identity itself can be a reason for censorship. One hit was enough to make history. And close doors. Stealers Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You. Stuck in the Middle with You sounded friendly and relaxed. However, many interpreted its lyrics as a direct jab at the music industry. That made executives uncomfortable. Some stations limited its airplay. The message wasn't welcome. The song spoke of cynicism and manipulation. No names were mentioned, but the target was obvious. In an ego-driven business, criticism is rarely forgiven. The ban was quiet but effective. Stealers Will never had another comparable hit. The public remembered them for this song alone. Their career became frozen in a single track. Everything else faded. Censorship wasn't public, but strategic. Less airplay meant fewer opportunities. The punishment was subtle yet clear. Today, the song is remembered as a classic with irony. But its story proves that criticizing the system has consequences. One hit was enough. And final. Right, said Fred, I'm too sexy. I'm Too Sexy exploded globally in the early 1990s. Its provocative, narcissistic lyrics triggered immediate backlash. Several radio stations deemed it offensive. In some countries, it was banned outright. Humor was lost on many. The song relied on exaggeration and satire. But many took it literally. Censorship followed quickly. It was labeled vulgar.
I'm too sexy for your party.
That was enough to limit its reach. Right, said Fred never escaped that success. Everything afterward was ignored. The public reduced them to one song. The hit was overwhelming. The band didn't stop the song from becoming iconic.
On the catwalk, yeah, I do my little turn on.
But it shaped their legacy permanently. Controversy defined them. There was no second chance. Today, I'm Too Sexy still plays. But its history reminds us that provocation has a price. One hit can be enough. And permanent.
You know what I mean? And I do my little turn on the catwalk.
Falco, Der Kommissar. Der Kommissar arrived with blunt lyrics about drugs and police control. Its message was considered dangerous. Several stations banned it. The discomfort was immediate. The song depicted urban life without moral judgment. It didn't preach. It exposed. That alone provoked rejection. The ban came swiftly. Falco achieved local success, but internationally this was his first defining hit. Although he later succeeded again, Der Kommissar shaped his image. Controversy framed his rise. Censorship didn't silence it entirely, but it restricted its reach. The message was clear: some truths shouldn't be broadcast.
Ich überleg bei mir, ihr Nasen spricht dafür, wäre das nicht noch Rauch?
Today, the song is praised for its honesty. But at the time, it was punished. One hit was enough to shake the system and leave a mark.
Warum die Lebenslust bringt die
The Trashmen, Surfin' Bird.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird.
Surfin' Bird was dismissed as pure noise by many programmers. Its chaotic, repetitive lyrics were considered dangerous. Some stations banned it. Youth rebellion was the main fear. The song broke every rule. It had no clear message.
The bird's a winner. Well, a bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird. The bird's a winner.
Just raw energy. That alone caused alarm. The Trashmen never had another hit like it. The song completely defined them. Everything else vanished. The censorship was cultural more than moral. Wild rock wasn't acceptable. The system reacted instinctively. Today, Surfin' Bird is a cult classic. But its story shows that even chaos can be censored. One hit was enough. A flock of seagulls, I ran, so far away. Iran stood out for its futuristic sound and alienated lyrics. Some stations found it cold and strange. It didn't fit expectations. Airplay was limited in certain markets. The song spoke of escape and disconnection. It offered no clear answers. That unsettled listeners. The ban was subtle but real. A flock of seagulls never reached that level of success again. The public remembered them for this song alone. Everything else was secondary. Censorship here was aesthetic rather than ideological. But it was just as effective. Difference isn't always welcome. Today, Iran is a new wave anthem. Its story shows that innovation can be punished. One hit defined everything. Orchestral maneuvers in the dark, Enola Gay. Enola Gay addressed the atomic bombing through a critical lens. Some interpreted its lyrics as glorification. Several stations banned it. The subject was too sensitive. The song didn't celebrate. It questioned. But fear prevailed. The ban followed quickly. Controversy was inevitable. OMD was influential, but this became their only truly massive global hit. The rest of their work reached a narrower audience. Success was singular. Censorship proved that history itself can be uncomfortable. Remembering is dangerous. Music makes it unavoidable. Today, Enola Gay is a reflective classic. Its ban made it stronger. One hit was enough to leave a permanent mark. These songs were more than hits, they were challenges to the system. Lyrics that disturbed provoked fear, and were ultimately silenced. For their creators, that moment was irreversible and defining. If you enjoy stories where rock confronts censorship, support the video with a like. And subscribe to keep discovering the most forbidden secrets in music history.